What's the name of that
Gold
man?
pictures. Gold pictures. If Mercy deny this one, I will stone her to death. I swear. If she comes, if even if you want to pretend and deny something, if she deny God's pictures, we stone her to death and I will go to God. I'll never promise you.
Yes, so this is the part 2 of the video I posted earlier on. This is the part 2. For those of you who didn't watch the first one, you can go back and check. This is the daughter of the producer that Ifeoma, Mrs Ifeoma, accused Mercy Johnson of knowing what happened to. The producer, they said that was the one that brought her to limelight. Then according to Ifeoma, according to Mrs Ifeoma, Mercy Johnson's childhood friend stroke bestie, she said Mr. Johnson knew exactly what happened to the man, and that they put the man in a bottle and the man was choking and all that. So many things that she said. That was how they kpaid the man. Then the daughter is there to confirm all that the lady said. According to the daughter, she said even at some point that the father was gasping for breath, that the father could not breathe, and the father was complaining that he could not breathe. In fact, just hear from the horse's mouth as usual.
My father suffered. If I sometimes if I rewatch these her videos, if I go back to these videos and I start reminiscing how this man, not be today, not be here the suffering take start. It wasn't that year 2021 that he died that his suffering started. Yes, call me. Memory loss. Is it dressing like someone that like a wanderer? Is it dressing like someone that is losing his mind? Things just started sinking day by day, slowly. And you knew because in one of your videos you stated that well, when she wants to do something to you, it takes time. It takes years before it starts manifesting. Those years, those months that it was taking, you could have chipped it in to him. There, go for prayer. So, man, do this one, do that one. But you did nothing. Like I said earlier, this is medicine after death. We're at home one particular day, one particular evening. That was the second time he went missing. Before he went missing, this is my father. I don't know what he went to the bathroom, maybe to brush or to, because he started spitting, like he started throwing up salivas. You understand? So before he left, he went to the bathroom to, rinse his mouth and things like that. It was taking time. And his last son, his last boy, we're all here, but who noticed? His child, the last one. Daddy, what are you doing? Daddy, why are you wasting time now? What's happening? He didn't answer him. He couldn't speak. He couldn't talk. And my brother said, I told you, come and check this. Come and check Daddy. I don't understand what is happening to him. He's not saying anything. I went inside the bathroom and I saw my dad. There are situations you find yourself in your entire life. You've never been that scared. I was so scared. I was confused. I saw my dad. He could not even look at me. He couldn't look at me. I was pleading with him, Daddy, look, please look at me. Daddy, please look at me. He was crying. He was crying. A man where they cry. I was begging, Daddy, please just look at me. Okay, Just try and look at me. I shouted the blood of Jesus. I did what I believe I could do best at that moment, and then I called on my mom so that to come and see what is happening to him. Oh, and she rushed in, and the next thing she stated was, "Oh, this is stroke. Oh, this is that." She said a lot. She said she channeled the whole thing to be a stroke, and she brought a bottle of oil. Yeah, she brought a bottle of oil and said she poured it on the cover and then gave it to me. She asked me to pour it in the mouth of my dad, so which I did. I was scared, but I was doing it because he's my dad, and I just saw him tearing up. I saw him crying, and I was like, what's really happening? And then I poured the oil in his mouth, and I held my father's face, and I brought down his head because I have no idea what he was staring at up. I brought down his head, and I just heard him cry this cry of pain, this cry of I am tired. I don't, let me just go. That was what. And you were there. And you were there. You knew all these things all along. We could have found a solution, We could have worked together. We could have tried as much as possible to prevent these things from happening, but you didn't say anything. And now it's gone. And you are out here saying someone tied him in a bottle and okay, I think like I said, all these videos, I would not go back to these videos because it's really opening healing wounds. Okay, fine. The least you could have done, if maybe you were too scared to confess or too scared to do the right thing, was to attend his own burial. Wow, just wow. When I remember how my dad started dressing like someone who is losing his mind, I will, because of him, I'll have to come back from school very early. I don't even focus anymore in school. I remember having 2 Fs. I mean, like, a result came out and I was having Fs, like 2. I'll come home, I'll look for, just local leaves. I would make him sit outside. I would help put the leaves under his feet, because we were just fighting unseen battles. We were fighting battles that we know nothing about. I mean, the herbalist gave us a clue that it was an actress. We met the wrong person. Anytime I remember the kind suffer where this man suffer, my father suffered.